Now, before we jump into my planner, chit chat, and journal flip throughs, we are going to make a little pit stop here at Walmart. And I know you guys love these scenic snapshots. So here we are looking at the beautiful scenery in southern Utah where I'm based. But we are going to Walmart today because for my Moleskine lovers, did you guys know? I know some of you did know because a lot of you guys have messaged me saying that Walmart has a dedicated Moleskine section in their stationery and notebook aisle. So here I am. Ta-da! Look at this. You guys, this is amazing. Now the prices, not so much. I still think nothing compares to Amazon. However, the key is now if you are in Walmart, or maybe if you have a Walmart gift card or store credit, you can pick up a Moleskine and you can check to see if it has that forestry wording, and right here these little squares. The squares I shared like on my Instagram reel and on my YouTube little short, these little 8 squares that you see on the sleeve, that's what you want to look for, that we think qualifies for having decent quality paper versus the one single block square. So I'll expand on that in the next clip. So before I do this unboxing, because yes, there is a journal in here, I want to share with you the Moleskine notebooks picked up from Walmart, and we're going to do a quick pen and ink test. So you thought I was done, didn't you? But we have a few more, but don't worry. Okay, do not worry. I do have a few other things to share with you that's not going to be solely Moleskine related. So I have some flip through pages that I'm going to share because I get a lot of messages asking for ideas on how to use journals. Well, mainly my Moleskine journals, like what do my pages look like? What do I use them for? But it can really be applied to any journal of your choice, any notebook of your choice. So we're going to do a little ink swatch real quick, and then some chit chat about my 2025 lineup. So, okay, did I update you guys on the newest theory? If you follow me on Instagram or if you have seen my YouTube reels, we have what was the last thing? The forestry. Okay, so let me unwrap this. So we mentioned the forestry. If it has responsible sources, then it's less likely to be dark gel or fountain pen friendly. But if it has forestry on here, let me just put this up close. Okay, you guys can follow my last couple of videos. It has forestry, then you're more than likely it's going to be user friend, dark gel and fountain pen friendly, moreover than the other ones. Now this is a new addition, and I'm going to share with you this theory here. I feel like is another thing to consider. If you see, and I noticed that too, like with my older Moleskines, if on the sleeve it has the M and then it has one block square. The ones that I found to be really good, remember this was the pocket cahier that I shared in my last video. This has the 8 square, and that was good. The 8 square, and that was good. So, but the cahier, a lot of you guys have been having luck with that. So let's see, because I went to Walmart, made sure it had the 8 squares, and it's also made in Vietnam. So let's go ahead and take a look. If you guys didn't know, Walmart, they price match. And I went, before I stopped by the store, I just kind of Googled, how much, if they had of it in stock and what it's retailing for, because I was hoping, because Walmart sells Moleskine, maybe they will sell them at a cheaper price than the Moleskine website, or maybe match Amazon. But no, at the store, they were still retailing. This was like $19. But Walmart, they do price match. I'm not 100% positive if they price match Amazon. So if you know, let us know in the comments. But I do know they will match whatever is shown on their website. Even if it's a third party selling through Walmart, which a lot of retailers do that. They will use Walmart as like their search engine. So I screenshot the $9. I got this for $9. It was actually this color. the brown, the craft version, and I grabbed the black one because it's, you know, the same, the Kaye version, the 3-pack, and it's blank. And then I just, you know, found the friendliest looking cashier that I saw, and yeah, I just showed her the one screenshot of this, and I had these 2 packs. I asked her to price match. I just showed her, and she just made sure it was on their website, their Walmart website, and she was happy to do so for both. So both of these $18, because again, they were each $9. So that comes out to $3 a pack. And let me just hurry up and quickly, okay, here's their stickers. Let me just quickly do a ink swatch, and then we're gonna chit chat about possible lineup ideas. Okay. You guys know that I have been enjoying my TWSBI, my Eco. This is the bronze, Cafe Bronze, and it's inked with the Robert Oster Cafe Crema. It's so perfect for fall. And if you guys are just getting into fountain pens, I highly, highly recommend TWSBIs. They are so user friendly, and I mean, if I can use these, you can use these. And if you are a daily writer, or if you write a lot, I mean, look at the ink capacity. Let me hold this up. Okay. Do you see how much ink? Oh, you can see I need to fill it up, but it holds so much. And I'm very, I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I can't be bothered with changing in and out my inks because I'm a creature of habit. Once I like something, I just kind of stay in it. And I've had this, you know, inked for a minute. I'm going to also use my writer's blood because that was what I was using as another tester. Did I see what sticker this was? Just curious because the first one had the yellow. Okay, so this one has like this yellow. They're weird with these designs, right? They're all different. All right, let's just hurry up and do a little scribble scrabble so we're not taking up too much time. So let's see. Oh, yep, looks pretty good. Looks great. So let's go ahead and get the big boss contender. Dun, dun, dun. You guys know who the big boss is, right? We're going to use Diamine. That ink is very wet. And in the past, it has not held up with fountain pen or with my other Moleskine like pour quality paper. So, oh, do you guys like my new leather case? Isn't this beautiful? This is from Galen Leather. I did a whole like unboxing in my latest video, but they, oh my gosh, they came out with this new 10 slot fountain pen holder, and it's so perfect because this is detachable. So this is another thing I wanted to share with you because I get so many questions asking, because you guys will see like my fountain pens here, like in the corner. And this is also from Galen Leather. You can carry like 4 fountain pens at a time. And this pouch is really nice because you can, you know, put other things in here. So I have been enjoying this for years and years and years. And this is in a Crazy Horse Brown. It wears in beautifully. But this is really nice because I can have all of my regular writers at hand. You're literally looking at my full fountain pen collection. I've sold a lot because, again, I'm a creature of habit, and I just realized that I really don't need more than like 10 or 12. So I, with the exception of like one other Kaweco, I have the new piston filler, but I really just like my Bungu box black. What is this? The Little Witch. So cute. It came with a clip, but I don't put it on there because I don't want to scrape it. But look at the nib. It's black. See? Okay. Yeah, I love this Kaweco. And it's like that metal, so it's nice. And I also, oh, let me show you because I can take this out. It's magnetic. My little Joe designs. These are my Benus. I get asked about these a lot. This is the Benu brand. And no, this does not come with a gold nib because some of you are asking like, how come mine doesn't come with a gold nib? Yeah, because I swapped this out. The gold nib, they're both the same size, like medium nibs, but it originally came on this one. And I just switched it out because I was using this more and I loved the gold with the gold flakes. So I thought this was more fitting. So yeah, originally this Euphoria does not come with a gold nib. So I apologize for that confusion. You guys know I love modifying and hacking stuff. So it comes with your, yeah, this comes with that nib, with this nib. And then my Twisbees, I'm able to see all my Twisbees. And then this what is this? The Estabrook fountain pen? The Esterbrook. Is this their honeycomb? Yeah. You know what? Little secret. I've never used this. I've had this for like over 4 years, and I've never used it because maybe I was scared, because I don't know why, but it was kind of like sitting in my drawer because I just really fell in love with my TWSBI 580, and I never like really cared to try or invest in anything else. So this is it. This is my humble collection, and this is detachable. But okay, on with the big boss. The big boss, we are going to do Die Mine in Writer's Blood. Oh, and this zips up. It's so nice. This new version it's wider, so when you have all these fountain pens in here, it zips up beautifully. I just have this magnetic part. Just make sure you, okay. Whereas our older version, the fountain pens would like be squished, but look how easy this was to zip up, and there's like no like bulge on the side. So yeah, definitely look into this if you like to travel, or if you just want something to have stored, you know, with your pen, something portable. I'll link it down below. Let's just, for the sake of time, I'm just going to scribble again, scrabble here. This is Writer's Blood, the brand Die Mine. Oh no, am I out? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, well, let's go with Ancient Copper, because that one did not, typically, it's still a wetter ink, and we'll do Earl Grey. That typically does not do so well with Moleskine. And then we're going to do I'm going to show you some pages from my other journals. Okay, so this is just Ancient Copper. I'm just going to just scribble. Don't see any feathering. And then right here, I'm just going to scribble. We'll just blah. Ancient Copper. Let me do it a little bolder. Anyone else using Moleskine for their 2025 lineup, or maybe like right now? Did you guys move in? I love seeing us Moleskine lovers unite. And shout out to my ballpoint users too. A few videos back, I saw a lot of you guys were like, yeah, us ballpoint lovers unite. Yes, you are safe here. You are seen, you are appreciated, you are welcomed. Let me do the Earl Grey Die Mine. And then I want to explain a thought process I have for my lineup, and I want to know your opinions. Let's see. Nope. Wait. Hold on. Okay. So the bleed through is not bad, but there is slight with Ancient Copper. Let me see how this one looks. Oh, hold on. It's hard to tell because I was just kind of like scribbling. Okay, let me just write seriously and see. Ancient Copper Benu pen. Oh, okay. So this is not horrible, but there is some bleed through here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there's some bleed through, and this one looks, the black one seems a little better. Let me write like a serious sentence here instead of just scribbling. Ancient. Okay, but even though there is bleed through, it's better than the ones in my experience that have the single block that have sources. So this is better. Okay, so again, the bleed through is not bad, but it definitely is there. But you guys see the Cafe Crema, the Robert Oster? This is a medium nib, and that came out beautifully. So, like I said, the Die Mine brand of inks, they're very wet. Do I use them on my Moleskines? No. Will this affect me? No. But my gel pen lovers, let's see how it's going to hold up. I like my Sarasa, so let me just scribble my Sarasa, this is the Dry X10. I love how bold this comes out. And yeah, you're good with this pen. There's no bleed through. It's like, because this ink is so bold, you can clearly like see where it's at on the other side, but the bleed through isn't there. And I know a lot of my Moleskine lovers, you guys are more gel ink users versus, you know, fountain pen ink. So no bleed through with the Sarasa. All right, moving on. Okay, so let's show you some journal ideas for those that are looking for inspiration, or for those that are just curious and nosy to see what is all up in these pages, what makes them so thick and fluffy. Okay, so this is my newest Moleskine. This is my life log. So I plan on using this moving into 2025, but I've already broken it in with some, you know, stickers and setting it up. But another thing you can do, just find stickers from like everyday life, everyday bits and bobs here, and just start applying it. That helps kind of break the ice, and I've done this for years, and then eventually it just kind of turns into beautiful memories. This is my first time ever visiting a Buc-ee's in the United States, because here on the West Coast we don't have a Buc-ee's, but all my friends that are near a Buc-ee's, they were like, you have to try Buc-ee's, you have to try their sandwiches, you have to experience it. So yes, I was very fortunate enough to visit a Buc-ee's in Alabama. You guys, Southern hospitality is real, okay? I mean, not that I didn't believe people, but some of my coworkers that would travel for work, they always mention like how people are so hospitable and friendly in the South, and it is so true. Like, people are so friendly in the South, and I'm here for it, and I love it. So when I look at that, I think about like the friendly people that I've encountered. Quotes that I come across. This is, again, I just started this year, so I don't have many of these pages full. But gratitude, as you can see, for the month of October, I was so busy, I didn't really capture a lot of gratitude, but you can capture a gratitude list, little memories of the month or the day of the week here. Now, the thing is with me, I don't pressure myself to finish pages, but there are pages that I want to jump in and start. And then if I find myself having downtime, or if I'm bored, then I'll revisit the page. So a lot of you guys are wondering, like in my other journals, I would get asked, you know, like what are these page flags? Like, what do they represent? And truth be told, some of them, you know, they symbolize different things, but most of them, depending on the color, they are pages that I would like to let me show you. Like, I would like to revisit. Maybe there's something that I want to touch on, maybe something I need to fill in, or something I want to expand on with my personal thoughts. So I didn't put a page flag here because I just started this notebook and I'm only, you know, a couple sections in, so I know this is going to be easy to find. But some pages I just plop down like a quote or something, an image, and then when I'm in the mood to finish this particular spread, then I will revisit it. I'm a very moody person too, so sometimes the things I want to journal about, I feel like it wouldn't fit this energy because I was in a particular mood, or I was in a particular space when I created this nostalgic energy, right? So I'm very particular with what I add when I revisit certain pages, if that makes sense. So yeah. Again, this is for October, Edward Scissorhands. Oh my gosh, I'm a 90s kid, and I just, I miss those movies in the 90s, and I loved Edward Scissorhands and Winona Ryder. I was like obsessed with her since like Beetlejuice, and I liked like the gothy like actresses, like when they play the gothic girls, like Beetlejuice, and Christina Ricci. Oh, I loved her in the original Addams Family movie. So yeah, I love that. Okay, in some days I will go like full out on a journal, like an art journal spread. I'll find some images that inspire me or that speak to me, and then I will write like quotes or just things that come to me. I will add in This is just like some type of fabric, like a little, I don't know if you guys can see right here. Yeah, it has like sparkles and just like quotes. This has like watercolor. This Moleskine, the unicorn Moleskine, the watercolor is like beautiful on here. And I feel almost bad covering these pages with my with my images, because I should be writing on it. So yeah, things that inspire me, just things like this. Quotes that I come across. I will link this video down below. This YouTube video that I came across, and this guy, I was like pretty much writing down certain things that were just like hitting, and that kind of spoke to me. I got teary-eyed watching this video, but I'll link the video down below. But I just find inspiration in everyday life through YouTube videos, through people I encounter, things that me and my friends talk about, or coworkers. Just life, as hence the name Life Log. But a few other things that you can journal about, especially if you're like maybe into like pocket size. You can just do like daily logs, or I know some of you have mentioned that it's hard being consistent journaling every day, but that's okay. Don't pressure yourself to journal every day. Just journal when you feel inspired or led to journal. Some of my journalings aren't like full page spreads, and as you saw, some of my journalings, I don't even journal a lot. Like I wrote maybe like two sentences, and then I stamped like one little sentence here. But this I consider a journal entry. So don't pressure yourself to actually physically have to write every day. Like this, to me, when I added these stickers, that's a journal entry. When I did this ink swatch, to me, that's a journal entry. So when you just release that pressure of having to like write and fill out all of the pages, then, you know, that's when you will love to connect with your journal more. For a split second, I thought I was going to use this as a journal, like a book journal, but I've moved on to a different book journal, which I will share in a different video at a different time. And let's see, but it is a Leuchtturm, just so you're aware. Yeah, it's my Leuchtturm. So I have all my books that I read in 2024. I'm over like 50 or 60 books now. And then oh yeah, let me show you some other pages that aren't too personal. This one's really a lot of you guys really liked this, and this was a rule that I created for myself. Obviously it's, you know, I'm being a hypocrite because this is social media. YouTube is a form of social media. But when I first started this journal, I wanted, you know, like a non-judgment zone, a judgment-free zone. So I told, like, these were my rules for my journal, that this was going to be for my eyes only. I'm not going to share this on like TikTok or my journal spreads on Instagram, because I didn't want to perform for an audience. I wanted to perform, you know, for myself. Oh, speaking of that, okay, there was a quote. Let me show you. This, I had to write this down. This is a quote I came across from this YouTube channel. And the quote that the person said is, "When I do it for other people, I like it. But when I do it for myself, I love it." And that really spoke to me, because as an artist, as a creator, yeah, it's fun to share your passion, right? And when someone asks if you can create something for them, you enjoy it, you like it. But when they start telling you and they start dictating like how they want it, then you don't enjoy it as much. And I think that's where that phrase came from, like the starving artist. People enjoy art when people are hungry, metaphorically or maybe literally speaking, because it's coming from the soul. The passion is coming from like your creative spirit, and when you're doing it for yourself, it's felt more like in a deeper way. And yeah, so I thought of that with my journal practice. Like, yeah, when I'm just journaling for myself, like, I love it. But when I'm doing journal spreads for social media, which I haven't done in like forever, in like years, then it's horrible. Like, it's performance based, and I feel like a show pony. Like I have to show up and do tricks just to get like applause and laughs. And I don't like that. So when I started this journal, I challenged myself to see how much could I create, what would I create, and how would my art show up if I did not put any expectations or rules or allowed any criticism to enter my creative space. So for my eyes only, just always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. Start off simple, okay? Yes, start off simple and build on later. Because my thing was, I always thought I had to finish the page that day or at that session, and that's not the case. Using my imagination and going with the flow, do not force the process, create as I go, draw like a child. You know what's interesting? Now that this bothered me, I kind of chuckled, but I did see a comment like a few months back on my, I think it was my my Hobonichi, the video where I said like Hobonichi chit chat or something like that. And I was showing my A5 cover, and I saw a comment, and this lady said, "Why would you pick that cover? It looks like a child." And then I've also received comments, not that many, like maybe 4 or 5 throughout the years, that would say, "Oh, your journal looks like a kid's," or "Your art is very immature or childlike." Oh, that's great. I love that. Then I'm honoring my inner child. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I am not easily affected by people now as I've gotten older, and I'm very comfortable and secure in like my handwriting, how it looks, and my art. But I can see how it can be discouraging for others that are still starting their journey or that are looking to find themselves. So I allow myself to just create like a child. If my sketching is not beautiful, if my paint doesn't look like artist grade, then that's fine. I don't care. My whole point and purpose was just to at least create. Journal as no one is watching. Okay, so let me show you a couple pages. I know you guys don't like these. I know you guys don't mind these rambly videos. But for my regular viewers, I think some of you guys are already familiar with some of these pages. And, a lot of these pages are personal. And I am sure you guys would understand I would not want to share because I'm not trying to get canceled for my thoughts. Okay. I saw how this week went. Oh goodness. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I would hate for someone to judge me based off of my growth. Okay. What I'm learning, who I'm becoming, what I've experienced, what I've learned, what I've witnessed, my opinions, my thoughts. So I know I don't share a lot of flip through videos or journal with me's because I use these journals in real life, like for me, okay, not for social media likes. So I would hate for anyone. I do have like friends and family and coworkers that have found my channel too. So sometimes I do have names, and this is a page that I liked right here where I said, what would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? So that's sometimes, again, I create just one quote on a full page, but that to me is a journal entry. It doesn't have to be a full length writing. Sometimes I'll just paint, some flowers. Again, is that Instagram worthy? Is that going to get, 2,000 likes? No, but it was fun. It was fun. So this, okay, I was experimenting. What was I using? I was using like gouache, but something like this. This could just look like a chaotic dump of mess. But for me, it was very freeing and I liked it. And I don't know if you're like me, but when I create something, or even the way that my handwriting is, I can tell what was going on in my life at that time. Even though it's very vague, even though it's not descriptive, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can tell by my handwriting too. If my handwriting is usually like big and bold, then I know what type of emotion that's kind of being evoked. Or if it's small and tight, then I know what that means too. Here, okay, see, so nothing special in my opinion. Let me see. Okay. Swatches. This is always fun to do. if you are having the itch to create something, but you don't really have anything to write about. Because some of you will say, like, my life is boring. No, it's not. I'm sure you could write about something. You are living life. What are you doing in your life? If you are enjoying a movie, you can write about that. You can write about a book. You can write about a show you enjoyed. You can write about how was work. You can write about your future. Maybe you don't like work. What do you plan to change? Who do you want to become in 5 years, right? Or you can disconnect and just do, things that don't require you to think. Color, do ink tests, do quotes. Okay, look up quotes that you find inspiring. Paint. This does not require you to think or to reveal too much on paper. Again, right here, like this. What is this, right? Like, this is not very amusing to the masses, but to me, I love it. So that's how these pages get so bulky. And just little life entries like these, little gifts that I received. My mother-in-law, she knitted me this hat. I wrote about that. I mean, you can find interesting things to write about throughout your life. Because again, you don't have to journal every day. I understand our life isn't exciting every single day. I mean, mine certainly isn't. But there are certain things that I find grateful about in every day. This is an example. I kept this to share that, see, the single block was in my old Moleskine, and this was not dark gel or fountain pen friendly. And the ones that we see that are, I would say, better, have the 8 squares. So I'd love to know if you guys have experienced that. This quote, I'm grateful for all that I receive. I've been carrying around this quote in my spirit for years now. Okay, so this is an example. Before I moved into the expanded, I was using the 192 pages, and I created my own weekly. I know Moleskine makes their own, but I wanted the larger monthly calendars, so I created one. And then here I just did my own like weekly spread. But I mean, these are things I just don't share on social media because like this is my chicken scratch. And I always get criticized for my handwriting, how it's sloppy, how it's ugly, how I need to practice. But are you paying me for my time, sir or ma'am? No, right? Like this is for me. I am not performing on these pages for your entertainment. This is for my productivity. This is just for my sanity. This is for my record keeping. So those, comments I get don't affect me. But I want to encourage you that create in a way that is very freeing and natural to you. And that's how these pages will start to fill up when you release the pressure to be or perform a particular way. And I've shared, a lot of these flip-throughs in my flip-through, my Hobonichi, my Moleskine flip-through video that I'll link down below. Washi tape, okay. If you have some washi tape, see, this I would consider a journal entry, even though there's no writing. But to me, this is a cute little happy, activity. And then a card. This was from the 2019 Hobonichi haul. A little vision board that I created for myself. Little promises to self that I wanted to accomplish that year. Cute post-it notes that I, wanted to look back at. And let's see. There's just things that I find in nature. I love this affirmation. I give myself permission to be creative in all ways. Feel free to use that if you like. But yeah, this is creative to me. Pressed flowers. And then here I was experimenting. Is this watercolor? Yeah, I was experimenting with watercolor in the Moleskine. So there's really no uniformed way on how I use my journals. I don't have it sectioned off where quotes go here, paint goes here, commonplace goes here. It's just really, whatever comes at that moment, it's like the creative muse takes over and I just throw it onto paper. There's really no there's really no particular process. See, like this, just, what is that? Just me having fun. See this? I didn't even like complete the page. I mean, to me it's complete, but this page right here on the right hand side, you can see it's not even full. There are, you can collect ephemera. Right here, some more painting that I did. Quotes, or more just like kind of just affirming words for me. Do not feed the fears. Be careful what your thoughts dwell upon. If you think you're not good enough, you don't want that repeating in your mind, right? Like, don't give into fear. Little everyday ephemera, this delicious chocolate bar that I got in Japantown in San Jose. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then, or was that Trader Joe's? Oh, I don't remember. And then Trader Joe's, speaking of Trader Joe's, like, who's this from? Okay, yeah, just little gift cards, things like this. Here I was experimenting with, painting. I really like this. If I take my time, you know, I can perfect my art, but I just allowed myself to just create. So I hope this gives you inspiration. This one I've shown before, you know, just collage scraps. I cut out like different papers from Patreon Happy Mail, but I love the texture. If you look closely, they're, I don't know if you can see, they're imprinted. Like they're embossed, so it has like a nice texture to it. And then like this. So yeah, that's how my journal looks. And then this particular notebook, this is like my brain dump that I've been using, and you guys have seen this in my videos. This brain dump, it has just writings and projects. So where those are more like art journal form, this, it started off as kind of like a whatever book, but then I slowly realized I just happen to only record projects, personal projects or ideas, zines I want to create, garden, you know, setups for my home. I'm working on my like den space, my art studio. I would write down like YouTube ideas, Patreon ideas. So when I was making my London fog tea, I was documenting like how much tea versus the honey and the lavender. So like just little things like that I call kind of like, yeah, this is like my project book. I don't really have a lot of art. There's actually like really no art in here. It's all of my scribble scrabbles that look like this. My chicken scratch, that's, you know, only I think I can read. So I do not have that aesthetic social media handwriting, but I do like the things that I write down. It's very fulfilling. And these Moleskine notebooks, they remind me of a book. It's like a story of my life. And I like how thick they are because it reminds me of like a nice paperback book. And these are actually stored, not this one because I'm still using it, but these other, like all my other Moleskine notebooks I just shared, they're stored on my bookshelf, just like a book. And just like I showed you right now, flipping through a book, it's nice to look back at. Oh, that's another thing too. You guys, the other night I freaked out because my iPhone, it needed to update, and I needed to jump into the Notes app to update like a particular list that I had, and it was all gone. All my notes, all my lists were erased, were gone. I was panicking, and for a split second I felt foolish. Like I regretted relying on technology to keep a record of all these lists. Like I had books I wanted to read, books that I loved, you know, grocery lists, Christmas present ideas, like things like that. Something that I could just like kind of carry with me wherever I'm at. And right then and there, I decided, you know what? I need a backup list. I don't trust technology. I don't trust the cloud. I don't trust the internet and these online storages. And speaking of, you know, paperback books going back on my bookshelf, I have had so many phones throughout the years, Blackberries, Nokias, Samsungs. Do I ever charge them up and not flip through, but scroll through those pictures? No, I haven't gone back to old text messages or picture memories since I upgrade my phone. But I don't want that to be the case with my journals. And things that are worth remembering, I have to make sure I document them, because I mean, how many times have I flipped through this since you guys have been subscribed to my channel, right? It's like a book. How many times will you go through, one of your favorite books, and just sometimes you just want to reread it. And that's how I feel about like my journals. There are certain things that I don't want to rely on technology to keep me to remember those. I need to document it. But good news is I found out what I need to do. I needed to sync the cloud with my phone, but it was a lesson. A lesson was, do not rely on technology for important things that you always want to remember. So I went back and I wrote down like a master list of all the important things, like my TBR list, my Christmas list, projects, things like that. All right, let's chit chat about 2025. Oh, oops, I forgot to share this unboxing with you, or not really an unboxing. It's my Amazon order. Let me open this real quick. Oh, okay. Ta-da! Another Moleskine. Okay, but first, the reason why I got this was because it was on sale. $5. $5. But I wanted to see, oh, it has the one block. Okay, it has the one block, and then does it say? It says sources. Okay, hold on, the reason why I got this was because, I mean, it was $5, but for my 2025 lineup, you know that I have no problems whiting out old dates. So even though it's for, this year that's going to pass, I could use this for, well, originally I plan on using this for work. And it has like this is how it looks. The monthly grid. I can, again, just use my correction tape or my whiteout tape. Actually, let me get that. Hold on. And then I got some tea. Yeah, I need to get, because now that it's getting colder with the heater, when I wake up in the morning, my throat is dry. So before I go to bed, I want something that's going to like soothe my throat. And thank you guys, by the way, for sharing your favorite teas. That's another thing that I make a note of in my list, my notes app, like teas that you guys recommend, coffee. And then, ooh, I got this cute little Moomin mug that the Amazon algorithm knew I was going to love based off my past purchases. So this is so cute. Let me see. I will link it down below if you guys are interested in this. I love this color. But let me see, is it the same size? Okay, so I would say this, probably like a 10 ounce, and this is my 8 ounce. This one I got at Barnes & Noble, so cute. But I love this color. Kind of has like that Scandinavian vibe. Okay, let me move this out the way. And then we're gonna chat about this weekly insert. Using my correction tape. Hope you guys are enjoying this long video. Be careful what you ask for. You guys say you like my long videos. Here it is. Okay. I just use the Bic. You guys know I love my Bic brand. And there we go. Ta-da! And then I can just use like a fine pen and like a 0.3 pen, and then just write in the date. Let me see. Okay, right here. This is my Energel. Okay, so the Energel. So when does January start for 2025? Okay, I'm not sure, but right here I can just use this pen and then just go over the date like that. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna see how this ink holds up, but Again, this is just for work plans. I'm not going to be particular. The paper doesn't feel too bad. It's not as sleek or slick, but it doesn't feel as toothy like some of my blank expanded notebooks have been. But I'm kind of, okay, so I originally bought this for work, but I'm kind of now, oops, sorry about that, considering my lineup with adding this for like my personal lineup, because I'm going to modify this. And the way I was thinking about modifying this, I mean, if you're familiar with the Hobonichi weeks, this is why I love the Hobonichi weeks so much, is because it has this layout where the weekly pages are horizontal. It's horizontal versus the vertical, like the Hobonichi cousin. So I like this. And then right here it has your blank pages. It does have your monthly box. Let's see how it looks compared to the Moleskine. I think for the boxes, okay, these boxes are slightly larger because it's on a 2-page, but this could still kind of work. I mean, if I use a fine, yeah, I can write like appointments on here. Okay, let me see. And then it goes into January. This is how it looks on the back. Okay, you have a few extra pages, but this is my thought process, and this is where I want to know your guys' thoughts or your opinion. If I were to keep this like as a personal planner, what I was thinking, and some of my Patreon members, you guys know I've been kind of going back and forth on this. What I've been thinking is, hold on, let me get my Moleskine. I originally played around with the idea of using this life log and sectioning it where I would have, you know, maybe 100 or like 90 pages of it dedicated to a weekly spread. But then I started thinking, oh, I kind of like this as like an art journal or like a commonplace where it has like all these quotes I just showed you. But I like the idea of having something in like one like final bound thick book, like the expanded, how it turns out in the end. So because I used, okay, let's see. Because I have used these Kaye inserts, there's, how many sheets did it say? I think it said there were like 80 pages. I was thinking, what if I just kept this as my weekly journal after I redate it? And then, can you guys, let me get my camera a little bit. Okay. And then the Kaye, I can, because I have 6, right? I have 3 of the black and I have 3 of the craft. So I can, there's 6, but if I use 1, this can hold me off for about 2 months. So technically I have 12 months worth of journals right here. So what, 60 pages, 12 months, 60, 12. So 360 pages. Yeah, so 360 pages. That's almost like an expanded, but instead of having to carry all of this weight wherever I go throughout my travels, because I do have a lot of traveling, you know, when I go out for holidays, when I go on vacation, I couldn't imagine bringing this big old brick of a notebook, and I might get scared that, I don't know, it gets lost in my suitcase, or my suitcase gets lost and my arm would hurt carrying it. So I was thinking, what if I kind of did like a traveler's notebook style? I like this cover that is made by Galen. It's their slim A5 in brown. And I was thinking, like, I started thinking about this when I got this cover, and I was like, wait a second, I could kind of make this kind of like a traveler's notebook style where I'm going to modify this cover because it's very thin, and then I can hole punch this cover here, put the elastic through, put one in the spine, so that way it will, you know, it will close. I have elastic. I could use that, and then thread a Moleskine weekly along with the blank page. because these are my favorite. They come in lined, but you guys know I love my blank pages. And then that way, let's just say starting the new year, I have January, February in one of these. I can use my label maker and then, you know, label it, but then I can carry this, but it's still sectioned. But to me, my brain, it feels like, okay, it's still in one place. And then I can use my fountain pen in here. You guys know I love my TWSBI, even though there's like a little bit of overhang. So that's kind of the idea that I'm toying with at this moment. What do you guys think? Or if I wanted to like double stack it, like maybe I wanted to do my weekly plans, my everyday journaling, art journaling, and this could be like, see, I thought maybe I needed 3 inserts to write down projects and whatnot, but I'm still using this Moleskine for projects. And I still have some things to go. So maybe the 3rd insert could be like travel. So I don't know. That's kind of what I've been thinking about. And then once the month passes, like if January and February are over, I'll take out the insert and then switch it out with a new insert for March, April. So that way I'm not carrying all of the year's weight with me wherever I go. And this is very, very thin. So, I mean, let's get my scale since since it's a regular guest here on the show. How much is this? Oh, didn't I already weigh it? Yeah, I did. What did I say earlier? Oh, wait, no, I didn't weigh it. I weighed it. Okay, 6.91. I did not even do the ink test because it has everything working against us. It says sources. It had 1 block. It is made in Vietnam, though. It did say that. But I'm just curious. Not that I'm going to be using fountain pens to plan, but let's just do a little scribble scrabble test. Okay, I'm just going to go through real quick. Actually, oh, there isn't feathering on here. Let's see, TWSBI, I'll say pen, crema. I'm tired of writing all these, the same thing over and over again. Okay, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hold on. There's no bleed through. Okay, hold on. Let me go through. Oh, but you know what? I just realized it's 2024. This year, you guys, we have been having luck. Remember, we've been having luck with the 2024 Moleskines. It's the unicorn year where all of the 2024 notebooks seem to be really, really good. But let's get the big boss contender. Okay, let's get the Benu inked in the Diamine ink to close out this video. And then, yeah, did I mention this was only $5? Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay, Benu, Earl, gray ink. This is medium nib. Okay, let's see. It's so far though, there's like no feathering. Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow, there's no bleed through. Okay, so our theories. Okay, so this is going to, I'm just going to say this is the last Moleskine experiment I'm going to do. So if you guys are tired of them, hooray, there's going to be no more. You're in luck. For those that have been enjoying it, I'm sorry. This is going to be the last one. But I will still show Moleskine content because you guys know I love using this as my journal. But I'm going to stop with these tests because Moleskine is just playing games, okay? Not literally, okay? I said that one time and someone thought I literally meant that. No, I'm not saying that they're intentionally playing games, but it does show that their quality is very inconsistent. There's really no way at this point to see, to know. Benu. But again, I feel like with 2024, we have been lucky. You guys know they had that blowout sale that I shared on Amazon, and all of 2024 seemed to be pretty good. So, wow, look. no bleed through. So yeah, I will link down below this weekly version if you can still get it. Hopefully it's still $5. It's outdated, so if you don't mind whiting it out, or if you you could, like, if you don't want to be bothered to the time of whiting it out, if you had like a bolder ink, let me see what other, you guys know I love this Staples Pro Gel. Let's just say you didn't want to white out, you can just go over it with like that, just right over it. I don't even know, it's 31 or like 30, you know, you can just white it out like that, or just right over it like that, because again, this is for your eyes only, right? So you know what you mean by whoops this. Okay, sorry about that. My camera, you guys, it's getting dark very, very fast now, so before this camera shuts off on me again with the battery being low, all that to say, I'm thinking about carrying, okay, just like 2 or 3 little inserts. And at the end of the year, my plan is to then combine all of these individual booklets into one chunky notebook, into one little chunky expanded version. I mean, would it be just as thick? Let's see. I mean, if I line this, it would be the same. And how I plan on doing that is pretty much how I've done that with my, let me see, with my other journals. Did I show you guys how I did it? Okay, like I did a video on this, yeah, a few videos back. I hacked the Dollar Tree blank notebook here, and I created like my own little expanded version by combining 3 into 1. And you can see I did that here with the Moleskine. I combined 3 into 1. I show you how I did that on my Patreon if you're interested and you want to support the channel. But I was thinking at the end of the year, what I'll do, I can hack all of these and then combine them. They'll have all these like the 6 signatures, but combine them into one big book like this. And then I could even do like that, and then it would be one like expanded version. Of course, I would remove the individual cardstock, so that way it's not adding like unnecessary bulk. What do you guys think? So that way I'm not carrying that extra weight throughout the year, but I still have some type of notebook with me on a daily, weekly basis that will still encourage me to write, to create, and not have to limit my creativity due to the fear of bulking it up or adding, you know, extra stress to the bound book. So that's just my thought process.